Yeah, that's true. What do you mean error, bro? I'm gonna tweet the fuck out. I cannot stand it when OBS does that. It's not even actually OBS's fault, it's Restream's fault. Let me at least get my frustration targeted at the right group. Lives. Fresh. Move this one on to good. What's up, Tasha? Welcome in. I'm gonna try not to lag. Why is the bling so fucking loud though? Which like, what's the point of setting up my live stream ahead of time if the fucking software that I'm using doesn't respect what I set up and just does its own thing? Drives me bonkers. Whatever. That scared the fuck out of me. Hi Inferno, welcome in Waiters. Hopefully you had a good time with Tekken and Mecha Break tonight. I can actually close out your stream because I don't need to be hating myself. Welcome in, welcome in. For those of you new around here, we're about to do Late Night Lucky, which is where I do some lo-fi music, some thunderstorm sounds, and I get some writing done. I strongly urge you to either relax or get your work done alongside me. We'll be getting started very shortly. What was I doing? I was fixing something. Oh, I remembered. Alrighty then. Great oogly boogly gooners. It was that time. Hello, Nim. How's my project going? Which one? What is up, lunatics? I strongly urge, make yourselves cozy, make yourself comfy. If you got stuff that you'd like to get done, feel free to do that. If you want to grab a pillow and a blanket and, you know, maybe take a little bit of a nap, do that too. However you feel like to use this time, I strongly suggest it. We're not here for a super long time tonight, but we're here for a relaxing time. How's my book coming along? I'd say it's good so far. Been a really fun write. Now we just got to do a ton of editing. This is the first time I ever had to go through a draft and edit the way I have to today, so, or like this time around. But that's what happens when you experiment with writing styles and different things. So, I wonder if Nin would let me. I'm sure they would if I asked. So let's see here. Today. We're picking up in chapter 1. We already did a good portion of chapter 1's editing. I'm kind of quiet versus the music. Is that better? I moved the mic closer to my face. It was pretty far away. I don't want to be too overpowering. I could always do this. That should be better. So. So what say you, I'm actually not that tired right now. So what say you, we pick up where we left off, work on some chapter 1. The overall goal, thanks Nim, the overall goal of what we're aiming for here is to essentially we need to essentially fix the way some characters are represented, the way they act, and just some dialogue options. Then once we get a bit further in the book, we're gonna have to probably adjust some scenes as a whole, but ultimately not much is changing as far as like the end product. It's just portrayals of things and the way things are written to make them more enjoyable, more entertaining. So we got about 2 hours. Let's relax and get some work done. I removed the moon background. I don't know if you guys noticed. But instead of using, this is the background, I figured we'd try an actual thunderstorm for the background for a while. I don't know if, I don't know how well that'll work, we'll see. Okay, so when we left off, Lucky and Jamie made their way down to the Wyverns, the Wyvern cab area. The drop-off, the pick-up, the drop-off. So they said their goodbyes to Hainme. Jamie nudged Lucky. Remind me to give you a history lesson sometime. Lucky pouted. After Algo streamed though, right? Oh, definitely after the stream. Jamie let out a hearty laugh. A gruff voice broke through their conversation, grabbing their attention. Oi, Jamie, are you taking Delilah today? Voice came from a husky man with a wild ginger mustache and enormous eyebrows. His overalls covered a black t-shirt that exposed scars all over his body. Jamie grabbed Lucky's hand and pulled her faster, closing the gap between them and the man. Baldy, comma, the exclamation point. You're back. Jamie's glee caught Lucky off guard. How is the baby? Baldy smiled. Wanna have a lookie? Baldy pulled a red phone with a giant V on it from his chest pocket. Of course. Is Genevieve doing alright? Is she back on her feet? Jamie asked worriedly. Baldy gave Jamie a light slap on the back. Jamie, my boy, well, the old lady's built stronger than any war wyvern. In fact, it took me and all of her brothers to keep her in bed resting. In fact, that's probably fine. In fact, comma. Baldy let out a deep laugh. Yeah, that's not going to shock anyone that knows her. Jamie grinned as he watched Baldy swipe through photos of his new child on his phone. Jamie grinned as he watched Baldy swipe through photos of his new child. Rip through photos on his phone of the baby. Of pudgy baby. I think that sounds better. Jamie grinned as he watched Baldy swipe through photos on his phone of the pudgy baby. Yeah, that's much better. Wait a second. Jamie's eyes darted around the area. Baldy looked at Jamie. What is it, son? What is it, boy? Jamie began walking away towards the nearby barn. Where is Lucky? Ooh. Baldy scratched his shining. Baldy scratched his. Oh, also I missed some letters. Baldy scratched back of the side. The Neko that was here with me. Jamie started to sweat. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. That's better. She seems to be having a lovely time. Baldy pointed up towards the sky. Is it toward or towards? It's towards, right? I'm tripping. Jamie gulped and raised his gaze to the sky. His eyes widened as he spotted a black and gold wyvern rolling and looping in the clear skies above. His eyes widened as he spotted a black and gold wyvern. Spotted a black and gold wyvern in the clear skies above. It looped and rolled in mystical patterns. It was looping. Going. Taking a step forward, Jamie's voice cracked. We need to change this. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, that makes sense. There's no reason for Jamie to show concern. Jamie's familiar with Delilah, and Jamie would therefore understand Delilah's patterns and behaviors with the ones that Delilah is kind of latched onto. So yeah, so instead of saying like I need to help her, I'd say something like, oh wow, he's riding Delilah. And then have it be like a question exclamation point to show the like the surprise and the shock that somebody else is actually riding Delilah without an issue. Baldy placed his hands on Jamie's. Yeah, this makes more sense because Jamie wouldn't be concerned about her riding Delilah if Delilah's already let her on. That would be very out of character and be kind of stupid. Baldy placed his hand on Jamie's shoulder, comma. I think Delilah has taken a liking to her. Now she's got 4 people she's taken a liking to. Or Jamie's voice trailed off. The 2 of them stood there admiring Delilah's flight patterns as she showboated for Lucky. Two of them stood there admiring Delilah's showboating. Occasionally the sounds of Lucky squeals. Occasionally squeals of excitement. Yeah, that would be better. See, this is why this is so important. Remember, I don't know if you guys remember me saying this, because you probably do, because I've said it like a million times. When you're writing, right, when you're writing your first draft, it is really, really important just to get the words and the idea down on quote paper, end quote. Because if you get too stuck up during the first draft on how things should sound or how they should come across, what'll wind up happening is you delay your ability to write a lot. So let's say you could probably write, let's say if you were somebody who could write like, let's say 1,000 words on average per hour, but you're so focused on the way someone's talking, or the way something's being said, or the grammatical correctness of something, you could drop your efficiency down to like 500 or 300 words an hour, and it just winds up hurting you overall because you won't feel like you're getting as much done. So in your first draft, it's like extremely important to just get it written right. Get the ideas out there, even if it's stupid, even if it's cringe, even if it's wrong, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you're having fun and you're making progress while doing so. There are some people that can write perfect first time and they just need to make like minor tweaks afterwards, and like more power to them. But for the majority of us mere fucking mortals, it's really, really important to just write. Take a deep breath, do the writing, the rest will come. And this is a perfect example of this, like what I'm doing right now. This specifically, occasionally the sounds of lucky squeals of excitement reached the gentleman below. Okay, first of all, the sentence is really awkward, but to anybody who reads this, they understand what's being said, right? So if you read this, you know, okay, Lucky loves writing this wyvern in particular. They're having so much fun. Maybe it's all wyverns, we don't know, but they're having the time of their life right now, and the guys are just standing by watching, letting Lucky and Delilah enjoy their bonding moment, right? Like we can infer this from what's written. And while this is a clunky sentence, and you could do like occasionally, comma, the sounds of Lucky squeals reach the gentleman below, or anything like that to make it sound a little bit nicer, you can also come back and be like, I just don't like this sentence structure at all. So occasionally, Lucky's excited squeals. So if I want to do something like that, I could do instead. I just gotta figure out what I was gonna write because I got completely distracted. Teehee. Occasionally, squeals of excitement. Squeals of excitement. Ring. Excitement. This guy as Lucky. Let's say like giggled with glee. Occasionally squeals of excitement danced through the sky as Lucky giggled with glee. And this is like a much nicer sentence to read in my opinion, but it also delivers the exact same message. And there's like 100 other ways to do this, I'm sure, but the things that I'm trying to keep in mind on this edit in particular are A, readability. That's not first, but like readability. B, character portrayal is really important. And then C, like cohesion. Am I being cohesive with my storytelling? Does everything make sense as a package? And is the sum of its parts true? And do the parts in a vacuum stand up on their own? So that's kind of what we're going through on this edit, and it might require multiple run-throughs, and that's okay. It might require times where I'm really struggling with a section and I have to leave it and come back. But I feel like this is like, I don't know, I feel like this process is true for any creative endeavor where sometimes you just got to get the base layer done, you know, get the bones made, and then you can go through and really work the rest of the shit, whether it's editing a video or drawing. Like, you don't just, most people don't just hop into a drawing and start with the rendering right off the bat. They're gonna do like a, you know, their skeleton or outline first and then go from there. Appreciate the lurk, nin. So yeah, feels good. Since Jamie had calmed down, okay, so we don't need that anymore. So now that we know we're removing him being worried, I can take this out. But since Jamie had calmed down, he scanned his phone, the Baldy's terminal, paying for and registering Delilah for the day. Okay, so the point of this paragraph, hold on, with a quick whistle, Jamie signaled Delilah down to him. After saying his goodbyes, Jamie grabbed the reins and swung himself onto Delilah. Before he could fully settle in, Lucky squeezed, okay. So the point of this section of the chapter where they're getting on and writing Delilah and whatnot is to kind of show the world building of, okay, this is a norm, right? Kind of like scanning your phone at a terminal to pay for coffee or your card, I guess, card or phone, pay for coffee, to pay for cab fare, whatever it is. It's going to be very similar as far as that goes. And then just like the bond between Jamie, Lucky, and now Delilah. So instead of doing this, let's have Jamie check the time to just be like, okay, maybe it's time to go, and go from there. So we're going to do Jamie... removed his natural moments before his own. I think his phone was black, right? The black and green. Did I ever say the color of his phone? Forced it to black the rear side, rear panel. It's on wrist, eyebrow, open, time. Before getting out this from Baldy. Sorry to have to. Looks like close. And you get us squared with course. You say thank you for Baldy about get deleted. We hovered for Baldy's quick jingle. Quick jingle. Played. From the phone speakers. All set. Safe out there. the pocket device. Take me with you. I'll be with you. Trying to see something real quick. So we can come with you today. If it's alright with you, got me there with you. There was something I was trying to remember. Oh man. With the celebration. Damn. Damn. There was a saying. Maybe I just changed it because I don't remember what it was. Awkward. It was like a "May the Force be with you" type thing, but not quite. It was like a greeting of calamity in a way. That's okay, it's not that deep. Be safe out there. Side. Bro, I'd be stressing because I really don't remember it. Essentially, fate, time, space, and wait on yours. It's okay. Get me smiled. Are they sharp? Whistle, Jamie. Two fingers, its mouth, very sharp, so like all this can get changed. Hello, seems Bob before. Nearby. Delilah seemed to bob her head back down before diving back down to a nearby landing space. Landing spot. That's better. Approached. Ran his head. Ran his hand down her neck, ebony skull, Is coot really the right word? What's that sound called? Hold on for a minute. What is the sound called on a bird who's apple? I mean, is it really just coot? Literally put it in the fucking question, dumbass. Is it coot? Is it just coot? Swiftly up onto east. What tall is specifically was a breed I wanted to use. It's too short. Needs to be slightly larger than Mudsdale, I think. Clydesdale? Oh. Yeah, this shit's kind of important. Yep. Clydesdale. .3 to 6 feet. Hmm. 6.2 centimeters. 1.88 to centimeters. So she's about 188 centimeters in height. Still can't believe Lila already 188 centimeters tall. There. It's just shy. My apologies. 94. 94 centimeters. Or he could fully settle in. Okay, so let's read this again really quick, just to make sure we got this. Okay, so the two of them stood there admiring Delilah's showboating. Occasionally, squeals of excitement danced through the sky as Lucky giggled with glee. Jamie rummaged in his satchel for a moment before producing his forest green phone, his own forest green phone. His own dark green stone. No, Orlamine, no. Thank you. Appreciate it though. Agate. Hey, look off. His own agate colored phone. The two had a black V on the rear panel. Glancing at the time before holding notice. Quickly glanced at the time before, holding out his phone to Baldy. It looks like we're close, getting close on time, Baldy. Can you get us squared away? Of course. Thank you for checking in. Excuse me. Baldy held out his phone in return. Jamie hovered. Man, saying his phone over and over kind of sucks ass. Jamie hovered his phone over Baldy's. Quick jingle played from the phone speakers. Comma. Then a quick jingle played from the phone speakers. Spingles? Nice. Baldy pocketed his device. Oh, we're coughing again. You're all set, Jamie. May time be on your side, and fate on yours. Jamie's moment. Jamie placed 2 fingers in his mouth and let out a short whistle. Delilah seemed to bob her head before diving back down to a nearby landing spot. Jamie approached Delilah and ran his hand down her neck's ebony scales. She cooed and lowered her body. Swiftly leapt up on the list. Still can't believe Delilah's already 188 centimeters tall. I remember when she was just shy of 94 centimeters. Did I say how long it's been? Ah, fuck off. Before he could fully settle in, Lucky squeezed Jamie's midsection and began hopping up and down. No. That's fine. Let's go, let's go. Her impatience manifested physically as she kicked her feet lightly. Alright, hold on. Give me a sec, would you? Delilah, can you take us to the northern drop-off in Aegis, please? Jimmy ran his hand down the side. What's the part the bird called where the wing meets? Is it like the shoulder? Not really sure what the fuck it's called. I'll show you bird terms. Actually, just give me like bird biology. No, bird anatomy. I'm gonna need to like jump off a fucking the humerus. Bro, please send help. Dog, I just want to know what this part's called. Under wing coverts. I guess a fucking dragon wouldn't have that though, right? Extensors of the digits. That's funny. What the fuck is a? I'm not gonna try. Obliques, abdominals. Okay. This isn't really helping me. Anatomy of a wyvern. Yeah, no fucking shit. I know it's got 2 wings. Sternum, scapula? Is that what I'm looking for? That seems incorrect. Kind of like petting this part here. I guess it's the humerus. That's weird. I don't want to fucking call it that though. That's just odd. The base of its wing. Like, fuck off. I don't... Ran his hand down the base. Delilah's. Also, I don't need to differentiate rear legs and front legs. I mean, I guess technically this is a leg. Is this considered a fucking arm or a leg? Do I watch Nikki's streams? Is this like a D's Nuts joke where I say Nikki who and you hit me with something like that? I don't want to get caught by that, but I'll take the bait. Nikki who? No, I don't. Nikki who? I feel like it probably is. I'm gonna get cooked. Oh, like a wing arm, I guess, and then legs. Tiny little gallop of her legs. Delilah burst into the air, flapping her wings before soaring south. A tiny little gallop of her legs, comma. Delilah burst into the air, fanning her wings before soaring south. Oh, it's the streamer on the bottom of my screen? No. I don't watch her streams. We just use what's it called? We usually do like speed runs on the ADHD screen. So we'll show off different speed runs that people have done or different things in the bottom screen while I'm writing and playing lo-fi music. I think the last one we did was a Twilight Princess one. And now we're going through this one. Tell you what, speedrunners are built extraordinarily different. I could never. The amount of like just in-game knowledge you have to have seems daunting. Delilah burst into the air, fanning her wings before soaring south. The roar of the wind vibrated in Lucky's ears and whipped tail around her, causing to automatic. Yeah, see, that's not gonna work either. Cause like this sentence is super clunky, so I'm gonna have to break it up into 2 or 3. The roar of the wind vibrated in Lucky's ears and whipped her tail around, causing her to automatically wrap it around both Jamie and herself. Yeah. Negative, Ghost Rider. Blitzing. Sky. Was Lucky to droop ears. The roar of the wind. I don't know why I said Jocelyn. Violently. I don't know how to spell. Thank you. Nope, not causing. I just did that. Few it's plowing, she wrapped it on the chain. Well, after a few moments of it flailing, she wrapped it around both Jamie and herself. second. I gotta say something. Okie dokie. We're almost out there. Sorry about that. Jamie stammered. Could you? What was that? I can't hear you. Lucky belted as they went even faster. So Jamie's ears turned the color of burning coals as he remained silent. I'm not saying that shit out loud. He was in fact not going to embarrass himself at this time. That time? Going to himself. Lucky's giddy laughter and squealing were lost in the slipstream Lila left behind them. It seemed like only a moment had passed. Forward. They reached their destination. A beautiful ivory city sprawled out in seemingly every direction. We were but a blip in the sky. Even further south, an ocean sprawled infinitely. Its surface smooth as a mirror. My fucking bed. West, an intricate system of roads led from this. A rounded structure of behemoth stature loomed in the distance. East, however, had more woodland than anything else. That was annoying? What was annoying? Sorry, I don't know what it was, but it might be. East had more woodland than anything else. Behind them, the north. Never eat shredded wheat. Chat with your sisters, a mom, and then your sister's daughter added dad to it. Ew. That's annoying. Behind them to the north. Behind them to the north. Yeah, you. More woods and mountains were to be found. Delilah slowed herself and bumped in the air 3 times. Delilah slowed herself. Bumped in the air 3 times. Yes, it's time to land. drop off. I don't know, chat. I don't know, chat. Oh, it's got me fucked up. I'd probably add some more there if I really wanted to. I don't see why not. Okay, chapter 2. Tool? Wow, chat. It's almost like going through and doing a basic edit and adjust is much faster than doing the writing itself. Even if you have to make edits. Crazy concept. Chapter 2, The Fool's Carol. Voices from a colorful cast of humanoids echoed throughout the streets. The glamorous sheen of Aegis's architecture cemented newcomers in places they gasped in awe. In every nook and cranny of this bustling hub city, you could find all sorts of people from different walks of life. In every nook and cranny of this bustling hub city, you could find all sorts of In every nook and cranny of this bustling hub city, you could find all sorts of walks of life. Let's do this. Every nook and cranny of this bustling port city. So find all sorts of people. Find people. You could find in every nook and cranny of this bustling port city, you could find people from different walks of life. That is way better. The shadows of Wyvern fluttered overhead as they would come and go from drop-off spots. Shadows of Wyvern fluttered overhead as they delivered. I was not expecting the actually Sora in the lo-fi section. Oh, what the fuck did I just do?
Thank you.
Lead people to their destination. Not too far away from the northernmost drop-off, an easily excitable Neko's nose flared at the scent of salty. Nearby, the northernmost drop-off, nearby the northernmost drop-off, an easily excitable Neko's nose flared at the scent of. Place is huge. Lucky's tail flicked from side to side. Bounced from side to side, and her ears were rapidly adjusting to the various noises of the city. Lucky's tail bounced from side to side. Ears were rapidly adjusting to the various noises. To the rapidly adjusting to chaotic lifestyle. You get used to it. Amy grabbed Lucky's hand. Now come on. I'll show you how to get to Carol's place. That's fine. Right. Her eyes sparkled as she let Jamie lead them a handful of blocks south. Probably fine. As they meandered down the city streets, Jamie would often point out landmarks and important directions for Lucky to take note of. They meandered down the city streets. But Jamie would often point out landmarks and important directions for Lucky to take note of. Yeah, that's probably fine. Generally, keeping her on task feels impossible, but this is going surprisingly well. Jamie grinned at the thought. Jamie tugged on Jamie's arm. Appreciate the lurk, Menswaka. Jamie, Lucky tugged on Jamie's arm. Freaking. Patient. Is it a begging look? What is that look called? Name of look on characters. Begging? Something. Okay. Let's do animal character. Cartoon begging. It's literally just begging. It's like a puppy dog eyes, but cat girl. So we looked. Eyes full of fire. It was trying to cross the road. 2 cats! What up, DHD? Welcome in, welcome in. We're doing some late night lucky. This is where I play some lo-fi music. You know, some thunderstorm sounds, and I either write my books or try to be productive. I always encourage people to make themselves comfy, either get a blankie and relax, or you got stuff you gotta do, go ahead and do it alongside me. Welcome in, welcome in. Make yourself cozy. Jamie turned his gaze to where Lucky was pointing. Is that really loud? I'm sorry, Nim. I don't know where, because like the notification alert sound isn't in OBS for some reason. I don't. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. That's been bugging me. I know, but I don't want to like people are trying to relax and then get ear sniped by a, you know, that. It's kind of unfair. Alerts. You would think it'd be this. Stream elements alerts. I don't know. I turned that down even further. Hopefully that fixes the issue. If it doesn't, then massive skill issue on my part. I have no idea what else it would be. Hold on a sec. Lucky raised her arm and pointed across the road. Jamie turned his gaze to where Lucky was pointing. Ah, I got ahead of myself. That's what I get. Being optimistic. Not for. That's what I get for being so optimistic. Go crazy night pop off. Brick blade. So let's do this. Let's move this here. Saw a vendor that had a wheel cart. That's awfully redundant, no? A large cart filled to the brim with an assortment of freshly fried seafood. But he saw a vendor that had a large cart. That's fine. That's what I get for being so optimistic. Jamie shook his head. No, Lucky. We are about to go to. Are you drooling on me? Oh, Lucky. We are. Are you drooling on me? Lucky buried her face into Jamie's arm, shaking her head back and forth. I'm a fucking degenerate, apparently. Can't help it. I'm so hungry. Help it. I'm so hungry. Just ate where we left the house. Just ate before we left the house. I mean, looked at. Okay, discussed. Oh, how hard it is to this form. Be asked. Thank you, Nim. I hope you have a good night or day thing. Hope you have a good time. Uh-oh, it's doing the slow loading again. Thanks, Caster Labs. You the goat. Caster Labs. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Thanks for swinging this. Stay. Remember his eyes and stomped over to the cart. And over to the cart. Monkey fiddled with her hair and whispered, "I'm not a dog yet." I'm gonna be honest with you. This shit's making me tired. I got a fuck ton of stuff to do after stream. Between this music and the thunderstorms, I'm like, help. Help. Man. Okay. Jamie pointed at a breaded squid on a stick before hovering his phone over a tiny kiosk on the cart. Ah. Jamie pointed at a fried squid on a stick before hovering his phone over a tiny kiosk. Lucky's tail wiggled as she kept a close eye on Jamie's back. Best. Lucky couldn't stop grinning. The wiggles began extending from her tail to her whole body. Finally, the agonizing wait was over. Jamie returned with some freshly battered fried squid for Lucky to munch on. Honestly, this doesn't read too bad. I think I'm okay with it. Jamie held it out in front of Lucky, and she raised her mitts in anticipation. Okay, that's the other thing too. I kind of want to change the flow of the narrator a bit because it felt too backseaty. I want the narrator to have a bit of a voice, kind of like it does in the earlier chapters, and I kind of took that away over time, so we need to add that back in here and there. Rick. Okay, before you eat this, he waved it to the side and her eyes darted after it. Before you. With a snappy motion, he moved it in the opposite direction. Her eyes once again followed the squid on the stick. His lips deviously turned upwards as he began rapidly moving the stick in various directions, causing Lucky to move her hand slightly to follow it around. Jamie, please. Please. Lucky's stomach rumbled slightly. Jamie held it still directly in front of her face. Before we get there, just promise me that you won't leave Carol's today until I get back. Lucky froze. You aren't. Oh, fucking capitalized letter. Lucky froze. You aren't staying with me? Unfortunately, no. Knowing how I leave the house most days for a little while. A little while? It's hours, Lucky protested. Jamie ran his fingers through his hair and sighed. Sure, but that's when I go off to work. You keep bringing up this work thing. Is it really that fun? Are you serious? Jamie stumbled over his words. No. Work isn't fun. Well, I like my job. Lots points. Well, I like my job. Well, I like my job, but that's not the point. You don't mean to tell me that you've never had to work before, do you? Lucky shrugged. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what work is. Passerbys began looking towards them, trying to make out. Passerbys began looking towards them, trying to make out what all the commotion was about. Passerbys began looking viciously. Oh my god, learn how to spell. Suspiciously at them. Passerbys began looking suspiciously at them in an attempt to decipher the cause of the commotion. Fine. Jamie lightly placed his hand on Lucky's back to guide her in the direction of their destination. Okay. So you know how I always talk about credits with different people? Lucky nodded. Well, the credits I used to purchase, credits are to purchase things like food, wyvern fare, and such. I get from working as an adventurer. Explain. Like a job, Lucky said dryly. That's boring. Okay, so she did not get the fucking... Shard, squid, face. Okay, we'll fix that there. So like a job. Like I said dryly, that's boring. Jamie frowned at Lucky. I think you hit your head when you fell from the sky. Lucky looked around absent-mindedly for a moment. I couldn't say. I've lived here my whole life. Stated like a kid who was reciting their parents' instruction. Shut up, Jamie groaned. Oh, thanks. Lucky ran her mouth on the side of the fried squid on the stick to get the last on the side of the squid. stick with the last bits of food in her mouth. As the two walked in tandem, Jamie would continue occasionally pointing out landmarks and waving to acquaintances. As the two walked in tandem, Jamie would occasionally point out landmarks and wave to acquaintances. Looking today. Lucky observed after looking Jamie's face for a moment. Lucky. Jamie's after facial expression. Lucky took note of Jamie's softer we're here. Jamie's voice carried a wave of relief with it. Bonk. Jamie's abrupt stop caused Lucky to bounce her nose off of his back. While rubbing her snout, she peered up over her hand. Oh. Oh, wow. Lucky's eyes sparkled as she inspected the three-tiered storefront before her. Head tilted as she read the fancy cursive sign with a teacup on the plaque. Fool's Carol. Grinning, Jamie responded, "Yep, that's my home." "Your home? Just came from your place." Lucky's tail formed question mark. He shook his head. Let's see. And he reached out to Lucky, offering her valid. Alright, chat. I gotta give my eyes a break for a couple of seconds. I'm getting cooked. They burn. Did you know? What was I gonna say? Did you know that there is a game? I gotta make a Lucky Quickies video for it, but there is a fan game for Honkai Star Rail on Steam. Shit caught me off guard, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't even know if MiHoYo will let them do that shit. It's called Herta's Chess Game. Isn't that crazy? Came out on August 25 of 24, so it's been out for a hot minute. Only 67 reviews. I'm looking at the screen while I'm trying to like not look at the screen. But I'm gonna do a video on this. Excuse me. See what it's all about. See if it's worth playing or not for HSR fans or just general RPG enjoyers. Speaking of RPG enjoyers, we're actually playing Final Fantasy again this week. We're going to be starting to do FF14s on Fridays. It might be tough to do it every Friday, but we'll see. I know the schedule for this week's her. Excuse me, good lord. I know the schedule for this week's already changing because we have it's not really changing, but on Thursday, Nin's gonna be joining us for Monster Hunter, so that's really exciting. Looking forward to that. Oh, that's not lo-fi. When the playlist doesn't playlist. Alright, calm down. Chill out. When when the YouTube playlist does in fact not playlist, and it tries to just play whatever recommended video it wants to give you instead of playing what you you know, set up ahead of time. I hate that so much. I don't know why it does that. There's some things that I'm just like, who made this decision? Whose butt do I gotta boof? Smack around a little bit. Alright, I think my eyes are good. I looked away enough. I think. I don't know. Only one way to tell. That's a lewd streamer? How is that lewd? Fuck. That's crazy. Yep, that's my home. Your home. Just came from your place. Lucky's telephone, question mark. Shook his head. You'll see. And, okay. Accepting his invite, they each placed a hand on two girthy wooden doors before giving them a shove. Accepting his invite, they each placed a hand on... They placed their hands... Placed their hands on two girthy wooden doors before giving them a shove. Before either of them could see what was inside, they were greeted with a warm aroma. Lucky's nose twitched as she chased the scent. Chase the scent of cinnamon and baked goods, I guess. Went to her environment. She found herself front of a bus. Bus divider? Lucky's captivation with a small baked good behind a pane of glass seemed to front of a selection. Baked. Lucky's captivation with a small baked good. Small baked. This is the second person that said I didn't know you knew. I actually don't know Nikki. I was just alerted as to who this person was earlier. We just usually with these late night luckies we put on speed runs, and their speed run was the one that we settled on last time. So yeah, so I'm learning. Yeah, I couldn't be a speedrunner if I tried. That shit looks too hard. Too much dedication. Oh my. Lucky's captivation with a small... Captivation. Item. Is captivation with an item. Is it really an item though? Something behind the pane of glass. And glass. Alerted. Alerted. At the counter. Maybe. Lucky's captivation with something behind the pane of glass alerted a woman at the counter. Soothing, a raspy voice perked Lucky's ears up. Hey, sugar. Would you like that Luna loaf? Lucky raised her head from the display and saw a taller woman with faded blue eyes looking down at her. After taking a quick look from side to side, Lucky clasped her hands and took a step away from the counter, accidentally bumping into someone. From behind, a familiar voice comforted her. Yeah, I'll take two. Craning her neck back. Words. Lucky. So head resting chest. Craning her neck backward until the head was resting on his chest. Lucky. Backwards until her head was resting. Back out, her head was resting on his chest. She craned her neck backwards. Does that sound right? What's up? Amy grinned. Where did you go? Jeremy shook his head. You're the one that ran off without me. I don't know. Jeremy shook his head. You're the one that ran off without me. Anyway, Carol, can I pay you for those on the way out? I need to go speak with Vladimir before he takes off for Luna View. Carol leaned back against the counter with various ingredients. Carol leaned back against a counter with various ingredients on it. Old man should be in the hall working the counter with Betty. She pointed over her shoulder with her thumb. She stuck her thumb over her shoulder. Alright, Lucky. Why don't you get seated? How's Monster Hunter? As you can see, it's going well. No, it's because Restream was being a hoe and didn't save my live stream information. And I've changed it 3 times in YouTube and OBS now, and it's still showing as Monster Hunter. No matter how many times I change it on the live feed, it's not even supposed to say that I'm gaming right now. It's supposed to say that it's people and blogs, but the game itself is really good. When you know I'm actually playing it. I will say that deciding on a second weapon is not going well. I definitely like the sword and shield. I definitely like dual blades. I think the bow is fine. Like pretty much all the weapons I've used so far feel good in some way or another. But I'm really just, I don't know. I think the sword and shield's movement is too fast for me to really want to consider anything else. Because dual blades doesn't feel nearly as quick, which is odd, if you ask me. Alright, Lucky, why don't you get seated somewhere? Get seated and order yourself some food. I'll be right back. Jamie motioned to a nearby table. Appreciate it, Carol. All of it. Jamie grabbed his loaf and walked off towards the back of the establishment. And Jamie, you don't need to pay me. You don't need to pay me, you hear? Carol yelled after him. Lucky awkwardly shuffled to the aforementioned table, quietly sitting down. Holler maid with a scornful look began approaching Lucky, but Carol waved her off. That's supposed to be Cleo, right? Pretty sure. Taller. Box. Taller. Give me made with the scornful. Is that right? We just gotta change the scornful. Color made. Gothic. So with a Gothic. So aesthetic. Coach Lucky. A taller Kitsune made with a Gothic loyalty aesthetic. Coach Lucky. Carol waved her off. After making her way around the counter, she placed a neatly arranged plate with a hefty slice of lunar loaf, confectionery sugar dusted over it. Yeah. Okay. Took a moment to slice hot Lucky's tuna loaf rest in confectionery sugar. Confectionery sugar. Works. Reached. Rich. Pulled out. Jar. Red. Shown. Cookies. And wagon as she watched her By the time Carol had a spoonful of jam, tiny dish plate. By the time Carol had put a spoonful of jam in a tiny dish, use tab chair. By the time Carol had put a spoonful of jam in a tiny dish, Lucky's tail had begun banging the chair. Wishes over Lucky, placed it in front of her. Full of jam in a tiny dish. Good feel better. Reached down into the fridge and pulled out a jar of her jam. Okay. By now, Lucky's towel. Lucky's tail couldn't stop banging against the finely crafted wooden chair. Probably on. Well, don't keep me waiting, sugar. Heat up. Although rough around the edges, Carol's voice was light and carried a sweetness that rivaled the snack before Lucky. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Wasting little time, Lucky tore a piece of the bread. Tore a piece of the bread. Have I seen Invincible? I've seen not the newest season. Seen the rest of it though. Wasting little time, Lucky tore a piece of the bread. With jam on it, popped to her mouth. Why, what's up? Is this real? Lucky hysterically jammed another bit of her snack into her mouth. This is so good. Lucky's cheeks exploded as she tried speaking with her mouth full. Relax. It's not. There. Can always get you. Lucky tried swallowing but began pounding her fist on her chest as she began to choke. Carol calmly slid her a mug of cocoa and watched her. She downed it in one gulp. Light. Dad, her mouth. Jamie talks about me. Shit's knocking. Can't wait for the Lucky Pirate Yakuza stream. When would I even get there? Assuming I beat every other JRPG I want to play through, I gotta play through Yakuza 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like, what, 7 Yakuza games before Like a Dragon? Which came out before the Pirate one? Isn't there a second Like a Dragon too? Is there 2 or 3 Like a Dragons I have to play before I can play Infinite Wealth, or the Pirate one? And they're all like, what, 150, 200 hour games? Yeah, that's not happening anytime soon. It'll be like 2047. I'll still be streaming the old ones. That's crazy. I'm sure I'd love those games too. They seem like they'd be right up my alley. Pretty sure I have all of them on PlayStation outside of the new ones. Old Man Lucky spends a year playing Yakuza. Someone's got to do it. If not me, then who? You know? If not me, then who? Fucking whatever streamers have already done it. Okay. Jamie talks about me every day. Carol sighed. That sigh quickly turned to wholesome grin. I totally get it. Leaning forward, Lucky whispered, "So, what does he say?" Mirroring Lucky, Carol moved forward and put her hand on the side of her mouth. "Well, he talks about how you're a messy eater. Oh, he's constantly cleaning up after you. Keeps bringing up how you made it so we could never look at Alma the same again. Oh yeah, I almost forgot the time you caused a fire in the kitchen." Lucky's ears drooped and she looked down at the table while playing. Well, looking at her shirt. Oh. Let's see. Sounded dejected, but Lucky's ears perked up. Clearly sees something in you, something good. He's not the type of person to just do everything he's done for you without a good reason. Will he save someone's life because it's in danger? Yeah, of course. But will he home them, teach them about the world, and try to make them comfortable? Well, apparently, but I never thought so. Wait, so do you know about my gossiping? Jamie's voice caused both of the ladies to jump. I'm gonna get you two some real food. Carol scurried off and Jamie took a seat to the right of Lucky. Uh-huh. Well, I'm free for the day, I guess. What do you think of this place? Well, turns out free for the day. So, what do you think of this place? Lucky's gaze traveled the room, occasionally stopping on other patrons, some of the employees busying about. It's cute, she said simply. I know, right? I thought you might take a liking to it. Am I a bother? I wasn't even close. Lucky stared at. It still baffles me how good I used to be at spelling and how just fucking bad I am at it now. Actually baffles me. Lucky stared at her half-eaten Luna loaf. Her bottom lip trembled. What? Offered. I bother. I don't mean to make your life harder, so rules format edits. I with I. Here we go. Oh shit, I'm quite a ways away. Yippee. Wait, do you know about my? Here we go. Wait, convenience you, my bother, Jeremy seemed caught off guard. Seems caught off guard. What? Why bother? I don't mean to make your life harder. Tears welled up in Lucky's eyes. Hurled? Jamie frowned. You're a pain in my ass. Lucky flinched and closed her eyes. But I'd say that having you around has been a lot of fun. Listen, I don't know what you've been through, mostly because you won't tell me. But the way I see it, everyone has flaws. And everyone has flaws. The way I see it, everyone has flaws, and while your flaws can be a lot sometimes, I'd say you've got some really great positive qualities. Tell me, Lucky whispered. Huh. I know what they are, Lucky repeated herself. Lucky sniffled. Brat. Jamie caught a glimpse of Carol eavesdropping from the counter. Oh man, this is so awkward. Could feel temperature. Well, for starters, Jamie avoided making eye contact. When you commit to something, you really try your best. Everyone does that, Lucky protested. Jamie gritted his teeth and put on a fake smile. Didn't you ask me to tell you? Or are you going to object to every compliment I give you? Please continue. Lucky motioned at him. Oh, thank you so much, he said dryly. You have a way with animals and monsters. Your shape-shifting ability is really neat. You're fun to be around and to do stuff with. And Jamie paused, ran his hand through his hair. Lucky leaned forward and keep a girl waiting. Well, they're kinda. Right as he was about to finish, the younger Viara burst through the front doors. Somebody help! The bunny girl's voice was stricken in fear. Before Lucky could even open her mouth, Jamie had already begun making his way to the younger girl. My name is Jamie. I'm with the Fool's Carol Guild. How can I help? Someone took my father around the corner and were yelling at him saying mean things. Alright, I want you to go talk to the nice lady at the counter and wait here until I get back. Jamie quickly made his way out of the cafe, and Lucky got up to run after him. Doubt they'd do anything too crazy in broad daylight, Jamie reasoned as he turned left from the entrance, making his way to a nearby alleyway. Once he turned the corner, he saw 5 figures standing over a crumpled man with long bunny ears. Jamie stood tall as he called out to the group. Hey, seems to be the problem. The smallest member looked up first. Shit, I told you guys someone would notice us here. A larger mountain of an orc-like demi-human grunted. Who cares? The boss said to get his money. Lucky stood around the corner, listened carefully. I want to help him. Lucky clenched her fist, but her body shivered, and her legs were cemented in place. Give the man his money back. Step out of the alley so we can talk, Jamie demanded. A human with a scar on his forehead stood up, brandishing a Krma pistol. Or what? You gonna snitch? Jamie sighed. No, but medical expenses for criminals are a tad bit ridiculous and ageist. A large demi-human let out a guttural of a laugh. A puny human attempting to threaten her. Last chance. Jamie took a step. Suddenly the air grew very dense. Even Lucky, who was around the corner, began breathing heavily. What's it called? It's pistol. Out of here. Onto. His face grew dark. And his eyes glow. Hair grew thicker, freezing. Ice floating. Appeared in front of the orc, driving his elbow deep into its solar plexus, momentarily suspending him in the air. Or, with a decisive spinning heel kick to the temple. I did this counting wrong. 2. Appeared in front of the orc, driving his elbow deep into his solar plexus, momentarily suspending him in the air. Or, with a decisive spinning heel kick to the temple, Jamie knocked out one of the other members to a nearby concrete wall. So here's the thing. Suddenly appeared. 3. Grab the smallest member. Can I run to McDonald's? Yeah, if I must. I definitely will. You got a headache? Yeah, alright, I'll definitely go after stream now. He grabbed the smallest member by the neck and lifted him into the space between himself and the man with the pistol. He shifted the man's body to and fro a bit, making sure to block the gunman's view. There's an echo here. Oh no. His eyes scan the environment. Ah, shh. His face tensed up. Brow furrowed. 2. With a quick flick of his wrist, he launched the Krminian rod from his sheath into the gun hand of his foe. It spiraled from his hand before the gun met the ground. It spiraled from his hand. Crystal Spite. Maybe Spite. World. First. Below. Crystal spiraled from his hand, entering the spite. Meat shield head first into the concrete below. A swift tech kick. Jamie launched pistol. Orc. His face. Spiral. Right. The swift tap kick. Teep kick. Really launched. Pistol into the orc's face. I'm sorry, I was just following orders, said the last standing assailant. Jamie swiftly closed the gap and dispatched the gunman with the precise hook to the kidney. Me too. His voice was monotone as he snatched up his rod and resheathed it. Don't move another inch, a voice hissed from the entrance of the alleyway. Figures. Jamie looked back in the direction from which it came. Sorry. I just wanted to make sure you were okay. Lucky struggled against the Mecca, holding her hostage. Dagger traced her throat. Now listen here, seaweed head. The shady Neko called out. You will... Jamie disappeared from the Neko's view, or reappearing again. Neko, orc, small body, extra. For the orc, for extra, 3 for the small member, 2 for the pistol wielder, and 1. Yep. 1. Jamie's fist sunk deep into the Neko's diaphragm as he whispered into the ear. Lucky gasped as she fell for a moment, catching her. Jamie carefully placed her down. You okay? Okay. So we made good progress today, chat. We edited a whopping total of however much was there. Plus however much I just did. So 2,700 for chapter 2. And then we did like another 793, so like 800. Yeah, so 3,500 words edited, and I did some extra writing on top of it and rephrasing and stuff. Yeah, we'll take it. As I'm saying, the editing portion is always faster once you have the base done. It's just a matter of getting your base done. But I appreciate y'all for being here. Hopefully you either got some stuff done or were able to relax super duper well. I'm very, very grateful that y'all came out here for Late Night Lucky. It's so cool that people enjoy this with me. I love doing this more than most things, if I'm being completely honest. I have pats. I'm gonna go ahead and pause our speedrun so we don't lose progress. I mean, it's almost done. they're cooking this speedrun. But I hope y'all have a lovely rest of your night. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. You're welcome. And yeah, gonna go pick up that frappe and nuggets. See you guys soon. Annyeong.